I'm Robert and I'm a retirement expert at Scottish Widows, and today I'm delighted to be joined by Kea from MoneyHelper. Now that's the free government pension guidance service, and we're going to talk today about tracing your lost pensions. Now it's not always easy to keep track of a pension because people have got on average 11 jobs throughout their working life. And through being automatically enrolled in a workplace pension, we're seeing an increase in the number of people building up small pension pots, and then they lose track of them. They move house, they misplace the paperwork, and they simply forget about them.
Thanks, Robert. I completely agree. And we actually saw research from the Pensions Policy Institute that estimated the number of small pots would triple by 2035 to 27 million. So there's potentially a lot of money out there that people are simply missing out on by losing track of their pensions and not claiming them.
Wow, 27 million, that is an enormous number. Now, I understand that the government are working on a pension dashboard to try and help alleviate this problem. Can you tell us a bit about that?
Absolutely. The government is in the process of developing the pensions dashboard. In its simplest terms, it is bringing all pension providers together to enable people to see all of their pensions online, securely, and in one place. The idea is that it will help people to track all their pensions, including the state pension, in a much easier way, and also provide them with the information that they need to support better retirement planning.
That's great, Kea, and it's 100% something that we at Scottish Widows are backing too. Is anything to make pensions simpler and easier for people to keep track of is always a good thing. And it's a real step forward. You'll effectively be assigned an ID which is attached to the pension policies by your provider. This means that when you input your ID into the dashboard, it will find all of your pensions and show you your current value. But we know that the pension dashboard is still being developed. It's still probably a couple of years away yet. But the government do have a great tool to help you track down any lost pensions. Now, can you tell us a little bit about how people are able to use that if they're struggling to find any old paperwork for lost pensions, for example?
Yes, of course. At the moment, the government has a great pension tracing service. It's completely free and you can access it on their website. It's simple to use and can help you find the contact details for your workplace or personal pension scheme. All you'll need is the details of your old employer or the pension scheme. They'll ask a few short questions and they should give you the details for you to contact them to get the value of your pension. If you can't get online, you can also contact the pension tracing service by phone and they'll be happy to help. Their number is 0800 731 0193. Now, it may be a little bit more work than the pensions dashboard, but it's certainly worth doing to get your pension back in your own hands.
Brilliant, and it is an absolutely great service, and I'd recommend you use it if you've lost track of any details. And once you've tracked it down, as Kea said, contact your pension provider, find out the current value of your pension, but it's also worth checking that they have your up-to-date contact details so that they can keep you in the loop on how your pension is performing. And it's so important that we're even setting up a National Pension Tracing Day to try and encourage people to track down all these lost pensions.
Yes, I agree. It's really important to let your pension provider know if you've moved address, for example, just as you would with your bank or utility supplier. When you've tracked down all your pensions, some people may also look to combine them, which could make it easier to manage, and it could also cut down costs if you've got lots of different pension pots with different providers. Although if anyone is looking to combine them, it's worth weighing up the risk beforehand, as you could lose out on valuable benefits and guarantees.
Absolutely. And despite lots of people having multiple pots, 1 in 10 people say they have no idea how to combine their pensions, while 12% say it's just too much hassle. And as a result, 44% of people have said they've never bothered to track down savings from a previous employer.
Often people just do not know where to start when it comes to tracing old pensions, but it's certainly worth doing to get your pension back in your own hands and to have money that is essentially yours. On combining pensions, we have lots of information on how to do it and where to start on our MoneyHelper website. So I'd encourage you to have a look at that before you take any action.
Thanks, Kia. And we also have lots of information on combining your pensions on our website too. As you mentioned, you do need to be wary of anything you could lose out on by combining, but there are lots of positives like reduced fees and a simpler view of how much you've got saved for retirement. One thing you do need to be wary of if you have a defined benefit pension, so this is usually a workplace pension based on your salary, also known as a final salary scheme, then you'd want to get financial advice before combining that. If you are looking to combine your pensions, you can also start that transfer process on our website. So thanks so much for all your help, Kaya, and great to hear about the resources that people can use to track down their lost pensions and help them take the next steps in planning their financial future.
No problem. Thanks, Robert. And if anyone does need any further information about tracing a lost pension, they can visit our MoneyHelper website.